So today Ford finally dropped the new Bronco.
Bronco, blazing a new trail of excitement.
A vehicle that reshaped the 4x4 landscape forever. And today, it's going to do it again. And this time, it's not just one horse. It's a whole family. Introducing the all-new Bronco two-door. Built to take on the toughest terrain you can find. And the new Bronco four-door. Built to give you the most open-air experience. And the Bronco Sport. Built to truly reconnect with the great outdoors. Introducing the Bronco family.
They've got 3 models. So they've got the Sport, which is the smaller SUV style. They've got the 2-door and they've got the 4-door, the first ever 4-door Bronco. I seriously am in love with the 2-door. I think it looks absolutely awesome. And I think, Jeep, you should probably be worried. Righto, so the Bronco is such an iconic truck or SUV or utility or whatever you want to call it. It's been a long time. It's been a minute since it left production, and Ford's finally brought it back. And I don't think, even with the current circumstances that the world's in, again, they did the same thing with the F-150 Raptor. They dropped that in a really bad time and it just went crazy, and is still a really good selling product. And Ford continues to do that, bring these crazy concept vehicles to the market, and they just go off. And from what I've seen today, I haven't really seen any negative feedback. I think the only really thing that is pushing the Bronco with the Jeep would be the fact that the Bronco has IFS in the front. I've had a Jeep, I've been there, I've done it, and to be honest, I would never buy another one. The build quality was terrible, and unless you're going to spend thousands on upgrading everything underneath the vehicle, it's just a brand that I wouldn't go back to. Ford, like the T6 platform, which the new Bronco is based off, IFS front end. It's got the, it doesn't have the Watts linkage like the Ranger Raptor. It does have Dana axles and stuff like that. And is running a very similar style suspension setup to the Ford Raptor. So first of all, looking at some of these aesthetics of the outside of the vehicle, you can notice they're definitely 35-inch tyres. They look like aftermarket method race wheels on that model there shown. You've got that Rigid Industries light bar up the front, obviously just a bunch of accessories there just to show you what you can do with the vehicle. I love the idea of, I don't know whether they're removable side panels there in the door, or if that's actually a glass, or how that actually works. Ground clearance looks phenomenal. It looks really, really good. Your approach angle looks, I don't think you get a better approach angle, and I think it is actually leading in the class, as is departure as well. So they're both looking really, really, really good. The front end of the truck with that grille just, it looks amazing how they have the headlights with the straight arrowed beams through there with the Bronco written across the front of the grille. Big, chunky, heavy recovery points. So moving across to the chassis now, you've got the Dana axle there, and as you can see, it does run the suspension very, very similar to the Ranger Raptor, with both those shocks towers going back up into the frame the way they are on that angle. Definitely beefy, solid chassis on this thing. You've got the IFS obviously up front, which I'm assuming looks like it's got cast aluminium upper and lower control arms. But I honestly think that Jeep should be very worried about this new Bronco. I think it's going to take a lot of their market, and the aftermarket industry is going to blow up on this thing. I can see it happening now, but I've got my fingers crossed that this thing comes to Australia, because it is one tough looking truck, and I think they would sell like crazy, because the Outback, rainforests, the bush, stuff like that. That truck is made to take on Australia, to put it lightly. It's and Ford just hasn't shied back from anything with the truck. They haven't dulled it down, or it's everything that I was hoping it would be. It looks amazing. I'm so keen, if you can't tell. I want one so bad, and I just think that yeah, Ford, congratulations, you've nailed it on the head, and let me know when you're bringing it to Australia and I'll put down my deposit immediately. I think there is a very high case for Ford to bring this Bronco to Australia. I don't know if they'd bring the whole range. I can't see the Bronco Sport really doing any good here. I know that, yeah, from what I've read online already today and how much the internet has blown up over this, especially with all the Ford Ranger pages here, everyone wants one. So it looks like it's been received really well, and fingers crossed Ford does right-hand drive from the factory and imports that just like they are the Mustang, and it's all up in the air about the 150 still. So hopefully Ford will confirm something within the next week or a couple of weeks about the Bronco coming possibly down to Australia. It would be absolutely awesome, and yeah, can't wait to put my deposit down if they do that. So definitely could do a sick build on one of these things, and I think the aftermarket industry, like I just mentioned, is gonna just explode over this Bronco. Long travel kits, and it's going to be different doors for it, and you're going to be able to get, I'm sure, different interior parts, bumpers, all that sort of thing is gonna go crazy for this truck. And congratulations to Ford, you have done an awesome job, and thank you for not bringing us a pre-production model and then dumbing it down. Thank you for leaving it like that, how we all wanted to see it. So anyway, that's my thoughts right now on the new Bronco. So make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, any more information comes out, I'll make another video on it. But yeah, stay tuned to Ford Bronco and stuff on Instagram and stuff. That way you can kind of get the information firsthand. And yeah, but just my thoughts on the truck, and yeah, I want one. So hurry up, Ford, bring it here.